everybody, this is the A button, and I'm here to make an updated Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. I'm also using these Mega Man sprite templates for all the characters because I didn't have a lot of time to make this video. Now before we get into it, I would kindly like to ask for one subscribe, please. Our story begins in the late 60s. Businessmen William Afton and Henry Emily establish Fazbear Entertainment. In the early 70s, they established Fredbear's Family Diner, a children's pizzeria with two animatronic animals named Spring Bonnie and Fredbear. The two animatronics are special. They can be worn as costumes or can be operated by themselves. These are known as Springlock suits, and if you want more info on how they work, click the iCard. The first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza opens, featuring Freddy Fazbear, Chica Chicken, Bonnie Bunny, and Foxy the Pirate. William turns out to be a child-killing psychopath and uses the old Spring Bonnie suit to lure and kill 5 children in the back room. He then hides their bodies in Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. Rumors start spreading that the robots kill at night because all the night guards have gone missing soon after they start their shift. Parents start to get upset because their children won't stop disappearing, and eventually the animatronic starts to smell really bad and start leaking blood and mucus, so the restaurant closes due to health concerns. It turns out William was seen on the security cameras, but since the bodies weren't found, he was released. Henry and Afton then split up. William starts designing his own animatronics, and he tries to find out why the children's bodies made the robots active at night. Hold on. Holy crap, these things are 7 feet tall! What the actual fuck? Turns out the new animatronics he made are built to lure and capture children for his own experimentation. He opens Circus Baby's Pizza World and lets his new robots do the dirty work. On the opening day, William's daughter Elizabeth gets captured by Circus Baby and dies, so that forces the restaurant to close. Meanwhile, Henry makes Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Juniors, with new plastic animatronics dubbed the Toy Animatronics.
They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you.
The old haunted animatronics are kept in the back room, still haunted by the original children. William is depressed because he can't find out the secret to eternal life. Poor guy. He visits Juniors but can't go in because of the facial recognition robots. Afraid of Afton trying to kill his daughter Charlie, Henry makes the security puppet, an animatronic made for keeping Charlie safe. After kids bully Charlie and deactivate the puppet, they lock her outside where William then kills her. After rebooting, the puppet goes looking for Charlie only to find her dead outside. The puppet lies next to Charlie's body in the rain, hugging her, fusing their souls as one. William's son Michael repays a visit to Fredbear's Family Diner for his birthday party. His brother puts his head in Fredbear's mouth as a prank, and it bites his entire frontal lobe off. Later, due to the Springlock suits killing 2 employees, the suits are deemed unsafe and retired, and Fredbear's Family Diner closes. Time passes until the year 1987. The Springlock suits are moved to Juniors, and Charlie's spirit awakes inside of the puppet. Eventually, an animatronic dubbed the Mangle bites the frontal lobe of a daytime employee, and then Juniors closes. The plastic toy animatronics are scrapped for parts. Michael Afton, now a robot, gets hired at the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza restaurant in an attempt to find out what's going on. He sneaks to a back room to dismantle the animatronics one by one, hoping to set their souls free. William eventually also returns to the restaurant, but only for him to be recognized by the children's spirits. They chase him into the old Spring Bonnie suit, but in his rush to don the suit, the spring locks become loose, and the robot pieces crush his body. This doesn't set the children free, however, because Afton had to use the remnant to give himself immortality. In about the year 2023, Michael has grown up a bit. He gets a job at Fazbear's Frights, the horror attraction, based on the old rumors from the business. His employer finds the old Spring Bonnie animatronic in a back room and decides to put it in his horror show.
But I have an even better surprise for you. You're not gonna believe this. We found one. A real one. Gotta go, man. Well look, it's in there somewhere. I'm sure you'll see it.
Michael wards off his dad and his PTSD-induced hallucinations until he decides to burn down the place and kill his dad once and for all. Michael finds out about a secret underground facility called Circus Baby's Party and Rentals, a facility where his dad had stored the child-stealing animatronics. The old animatronics fuse together to make a new one called Ennard, in an attempt to leave the facility by stealing Michael's body. They succeed, but the dead corpse of Michael starts to rot, and Ennard leaves Michael's body in search of a fresh one. Michael survived not having organs because he's a robot. He gets confused and goes to find his father, who miraculously had survived the Fazbear's fright fire. On his journey to find his father, Michael meets up with Henry and devises a plan to burn down a location with all the haunted animatronics inside of it. And then we get what's probably the best end scene in any game that I've ever seen.
You played right into our hands. Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No. This was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still, and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace, and perhaps more, waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, friend. My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It's time to rest, for you, and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends, for all of us, in communication.
And finally, we reach the end of the game-based saga. Is what I would have said if William could frickin' die. He gets taken to the hospital and is completely immobile. His flesh is burnt off and his heart is beating very slow. William simply cannot die, despite his condition, and the spirits cannot be set free. However, they decide to torment him in his dreams, and that is what Ultimate Custom Night's gameplay is. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, turn on the notifications, and set them to all. And please consider becoming a channel member for just $1.99 a month. If you want more information on the perks that I'm offering, hit the iCard right there. And without any further ado, this is the A Button signing out.